All right, and what is going on, guys? Today, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a helmet for motovlogging, content creation, anything motorcycle related. Today, I'm going to show you how to get your footage from to a nice, clean, professional version like this.
Like a plastic bag, drifting through the wind, wanting to start again.
Today we are going to be setting up what I like to call a budget helmet. This isn't going to be anything crazy. This is of course my second helmet, so I'm not going to be needing to purchase another Cardo or another camera. And I did get this off Facebook Marketplace. At the end of the video, I will be providing a cost breakdown so you guys know exactly how much I spent on building this helmet. That way you can kind of gauge and know what to expect when building this. I do have my old LS2 helmet here. I had my camera mounted on the front, Cardo on the side, and I had audio built in. But for this helmet, we're gonna do something a little bit different on the audio. So stay tuned. Before we start this video, everything is going to be listed in the description, so all the links are there if you want to replicate exactly what I've done. Now, starting off, these are the things you're going to need for your helmet build. Number one, a helmet, obviously. I'm choosing to go with the Shoei RF 1400 because it is one of the quietest helmets you can buy. Step two, you're gonna need something that sticks to the front of your helmet so you can put your camera on there. Step three, you're gonna need a camera. And for me, I'm going with the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. This thing is so much better than a GoPro and a DJI, and you can't convince me otherwise. What are we on, step four? Step four, you're gonna need a Cardo. Since I already have a Packtalk Edge, I did get a second helmet kit, so I don't really have to buy a new one. I can just take this off and stick it into this. Saves a little money. Step five, you're gonna need a microphone. So I'm using the Purple Panda, the podcast one that actually comes with two mics. And you're gonna see why we're getting the one with two mics in a second. Now this next step is kind of optional, but since I did get this off Facebook Marketplace and this is all scratched up on the front, I got a new visor. As for tools, you're not really going to need much. You're gonna need a heat gun for your camera mount. Also helps for a Cardo mount. And since again, this is a used helmet, I do have rubbing alcohol to spray all in it and clean it out. After we get all this out of the way, first step is going to be to clean your helmet. I like to start by taking the visor off. And since I'm already replacing the visor, this is a no-brainer. But if you're not replacing your visor, it's still good to take it off because you don't want to scratch it. Now that that's off, let's put that to the side. That's gonna be a huge difference. Next step, again, is optional, but I think you definitely wanna do this. I'm grabbing one of many of my girlfriend's decorative bed pillows. And then we're just gonna rip all of this out of the helmet. It's just best, just get it all out. Every single pad. This is going to make it extremely easy when tucking these wires in. Now, as you can see, most helmets actually come with these little inserts you just pull out, and then that's where your speakers are gonna go in for your Cardo. So just go ahead and rip those things out. Next, you're gonna wanna open up your Cardo or your second helmet kit or whatever you got, because you're about to pop these speakers in and run these wires. Now, you're gonna have to choose which microphone you wanna use. I typically go for this one, but I've seen people use this and it works just the same. And you know, for this build, I'm actually gonna use a smaller microphone. We're gonna try it out. Takes up less space in the helmet. Now, you're gonna wanna try and figure out where exactly you want this mounted. Every helmet's different, so you're gonna kind of have to pick the flattest part. What I like to do is actually take that little 3M backing thing, go ahead and put it on your little head unit charging thingy. I don't know what you call this thing. If you're using the Packtalk Edge like me, that way you have a little bit more to grab onto. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a little more forward than I'd like, but it's looking like that's going to be the correct spot for this helmet. Get the most amount of surface area on the actual sticky part. So what I'm gonna do is peel off the red backing, heat it up with my heat gun for just a couple seconds. Make sure it's facing the right way, and stick her on there. I like to push for, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Just try to make sure it's stuck on there. Boom, there we have it. It is stuck on there. Perfect. Now it's time to really route these wires. We're gonna start by putting in these little Velcro pads into the helmet. That gives the little speakers something to actually adhere to. So just peel off the backing and stick it in there. Now, one thing that's cool with the Cardos is they actually give you the option to put these little pads in there. They're kind of like riser pads. For now, I'm gonna leave them out, but if you want them extra close to your ear, that's a little more sound, put these in. A lot of people have no idea what these are. That's what they're for. Next, I'm gonna start plugging in wires. I'm gonna plug these speakers in, see where everything's gonna go. You wanna put the side that's a little shorter is going to be on the actual unit side. Don't mess that up. All right, now the JBL JBL speakers are installed. There is one thing I forgot to mention. Electrical tape is your friend. When you're trying to figure out where everything's going, before you start gluing anything in, use electrical tape. You can use it to kind of just stick wires in certain spots and then see, like for instance, when I hook up my microphone, where the best spot is without having to permanently glue it in there. So use electrical tape. One thing I don't like to do is put your microphone right in front of your air vent. I think that's a horrible idea. So I do put it off to the side, kind of in the cheek a little bit, but not where it's obstructed by padding, if that makes sense. So I can just tuck it off to the side. All right, for reference, I tucked all these wires and that's what it looks like inside. So now that that's finished.
Hey there, it's TJ Setup. As you guys may know, it's super hard to monetize motorcycle content, and I would love to continue working for TJ. So with that being said, we have some high quality merch you can order to help support TJ. And also my 14 children and 5 baby mom members.
This is where people usually just throw their pads in and call it a day, but not us, because we are trying to capture our audio. We want to capture our audio, we want to capture our video. So since we want everybody to hear our voices, we're gonna set up our little purple Panda microphone in our helmet. Now, something a little special about mine is I got a little creative and I actually shortened the wires, cut them and reattached, did a little solder, and shorten the wires. It's not completely necessary, but it does eliminate a lot of that extra cable. This one still is a little bit long, but it's definitely a lot shorter than how they come. I think they come like 4 foot long or something like that. So this is a nice length. Now you may be wondering, why do we have 2? One of them we're actually going to stick right on top of the speaker. And if that sounds good, I'm actually gonna end up dropping a little bit of glue to make sure this just stays on top of the speaker. You wanna make sure that these little windscreens are on because that helps get rid of a lot of the wind noise. Now, if you don't like wind noise, of course, a quiet helmet is going to help take that down a lot, and that's why I went with this helmet. So again, I would recommend dropping little super glue drops in there to keep everything in place, but since we don't know exactly how it's gonna sound yet, I think it's smart just to tape it for now. Now that you've routed all the wires where you want them to be, or where you think they should be, it's time to put the padding back in. If you've never taken the padding out of your helmet, it can be challenging at first, but once you've done it a few times, it's definitely easier. I know that this helmet is definitely never easy, but these clips don't seem so bad. And even though you don't have stuff super glued yet, the pads will help hold all the wires in place. All right, the pads are all back in, all the wires are hidden, which is definitely nice because you don't want a whole bunch of wires in there. As you can see, this Cardo just snaps right on and then the helmet's all good to go. But we installed another microphone. So now it's time to connect our camera so we have something to plug this into. Now, depending on your helmet, make sure you pick up the appropriate 3M mounting bracket thingy to put on the front, and you're gonna make sure it's nice and clean. You're gonna heat the 3M up with the heat gun to make sure it's super sticky because you do not wanna lose your camera on the interstate. So use a little alcohol wipe to clean it. Now it's very important that this has as much surface area coverage as possible because that's what's going to give you all the strength. This 3M needs as much surface area to stick to. I'm just going to heat it up real quick, not too hot. And I'm just going to stick it to the front here nice and straight. Once it's on there, it's not coming off. Press it down for probably, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, maybe 60 to be safe. I don't want to lose my camera. Really take your time on this one. Now, it's really important after you do install this that you don't take it out right away. Most of this stuff has like a 24 to 72 hour cure time, and you really want to make sure that you follow that. I had some friends that didn't follow that and they lost their cameras. Once your camera falls off on the road, it's probably done. There's no coming back from that. One thing I forgot to mention, with any bracket that you get, it might come with one, mine didn't. You need to get one of these creator kits that maybe comes for an Insta360, a GoPro, DJI, everybody has one. You can get one off Amazon, I'm sure. The next step is to mount our camera. One thing that's really nice about this Insta360 is this little. Also, depending on what action camera you're using, you're gonna want something that takes this little 3.5 millimeter jack. For Insta360, it's only 20 bucks. Pick one up. Snaps in, camera snaps on, perfect. Then you plug in your audio, and then depending on the angle you really want, you can kind of tweak it and get it exactly how you want it. Once you're sure of where it goes, make sure you really tighten it on there. You don't want it moving around. It's about where I like it. Using the Insta360's, wide angle, I kind of point it up a little, but then again, it's all personal preference. Make sure you point it how you like it. Just play with it, dial it in. Now, I prefer not to let this thing just flap around, but I'm going to wait until I can really see that everything's in the right spot before I glue it, and I will end up just gluing it right there. A little pro tip with Insta360 or any other camera that you're gonna put on the front, make sure you throw on an ND filter if it's sunny out. If it's nighttime, take it off, of course. Great night footage from this camera, but the ND filter definitely will, one, protect your lens, and two, it's a game changer. It's actually surprising how little people actually wear these in their helmets. I'm not quite sure why, but if your helmet came with a little chin curtain, throw it in. Wind noise will drop drastically. This plays a huge factor in wind noise because most of the wind is coming up and under your helmet and going into your ears. Put the chin curtain in. Once you have that sorted out, the only thing left to do is go for a test drive. Oh, and if you're putting a new visor on, put the visor on.
All right, so this is the full setup on the helmet. Got the purple Panda microphone in there. Start the bike up. We're gonna have to get out into traffic, and then you guys can kind of hear it with the wind noise and everything, and definitely let me know what you guys think about it. Let's see if we can get around this car, really open it up so you guys can hear. We're going around 40 miles an hour right now. I know it's not that fast. All right, we'll take this. See ya. So this is the mic setup. We're going about 60 right now. I don't think the wind noise is too bad. Yeah, 70 miles an hour. Let me know what you guys think. For those of you wondering what the Cardo sounds like when it's connected just straight to the camera via Bluetooth, this is that. Of course, you have the option of just using the windscreen. Or you can use the noise canceling in the helmet, and this is what that sounds like. What a lot of people will do is actually just mix the two. It's really cool that Insta360 will actually let you use your Cardo to capture audio from the helmet mic and also from the external camera. And using the little windscreen on the front, it's not too bad at slow speeds. Obviously, you can't be flying going 100 miles an hour and still expect to hear yourself. That's just not how it's gonna work.
He said, hold on, wait till my visor down. Logic.
They can't tell what I'm looking at.
As promised, here is a list of everything I used and the cost. I did get lucky. I got this helmet secondhand, so I only paid $200 for the helmet. But of course, I did get a new visor, a new mount. It's all listed. Everything from this video is linked in the description. All right, guys, I hope you found today's video useful. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you are new. I also got merch that is available. All the links are available for everything used in this helmet in the description down below. As always, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.